Gentleman will suspend.
But Madam Chair, what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this hearing?
The gentleman will suspend. This is not about a stated parliamentary inquiry.
That is the parliamentary inquiry, Madam Chair. What is the purpose of it? You can bang the gavel all you want, but I don't really care. What is the purpose of
Congress has officially gone off the rails. And Byron Donalds? Oh, he was done. He wasn't irritated, he was fuming. And honestly, can you blame him? Because while the country is dealing with real problems, these people were sitting in a congressional hearing talking about football. Yes, football. So Donalds jumps in like, hold up. And Carolyn Maloney tries to hit the gavel like she's the referee. But Donalds isn't playing that game. He goes, bang the gavel all you want. I don't really care. Bruh, that line alone should be framed. He basically said, I'm not here for your halftime show. We got bigger problems. And he's right. Inflation, border issues, national security, the economy. And Congress is up here debating football rivalries, draft picks. But one last Sunday, what are we doing? You could see Donalds sitting there like, are we seriously wasting taxpayers' time on sports trash talk? Is this Congress or ESPN? And Maloney? Instead of addressing the point, she tries to shut him down. Gavel slamming, interruptions, the whole routine. But Donalds wasn't having any of it.
For coming today, I now recognize myself for 5 minutes.
Madam Chair, I have a parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman is recognized.
Madam Chair, the U.S. Supreme Court case U.S. versus Watkins makes clear that Congress's investigative power must be related to and in the furtherance of a legitimate task of Congress. Especially in light of the testimony by Mr. Gavel, how does continuing this hearing actually relate to a legitimate task of Congress in the face of record high inflation, record high gas prices, a completely unsecured border, a fentanyl crisis that is killing more people between the ages of 18 and 45 than any other cause in the United States, a baby formula crisis, a tampon crisis? Madam Chair, the commissioner has just detailed in his own testimony that the Washington Commanders, Redskins, whatever you choose to call them, have been held accountable. They've made necessary reforms to the organization. You got a chair here for Mr. Snyder, who told the committee he was not going to be here.
The gentleman will suspend.
But Madam Chair, what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this hearing?
The gentleman will suspend. This is not about a stated parliamentary inquiry.
That is the parliamentary inquiry, Madam Chair. What is the purpose of it? You can bang the gavel all you want, but I don't really care. What is the purpose of continuing this, Madam Chair? That is the parliamentary inquiry. And how does Congress's business actually be continued? How does Congress's business actually be continued by continuing this hearing?
Co-sponsor. Okay. All right, I now recognize myself for 5 minutes for questions. The NFL's
He basically calls out the whole room. We have real issues affecting real Americans. And y'all are up here discussing football scores? Nah, I'm not letting that slide. And boom, that's when the clash ignited. Maloney banging the gavel. Donalds refusing to back down. This wasn't a hearing. This was a wake-up call. So yeah, Byron Donalds didn't just speak. He erupted, and honestly, somebody needed to say it. If Congress wants to play sport commentary, maybe they should live stream from a stadium, not the Capitol. Let me know in the comments. Was Donalds right to call them out? Or was he too direct? Because to me, he said what everyone was thinking. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow.